Welcome back to CBS Mornings. Actor Patrick Dempsey is not a real doctor. He just played one on TV very well, we have to say, in 11 consecutive seasons of Grey's Anatomy. I remember when we first met McDreamy. Now he's here to share some very important advice on your health. March, in case you don't know, is Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month. It is the leading cause of cancer-related deaths in adults under the age of 50. Now, that's the bad news. The good news is this. With early detection, it has up to, listen to this, a 91% survival rate. 91%. Patrick Dempsey is now partnering with Guardant Health to encourage early screening. Patrick, thank you so much. Did I say that right? Is it Guardant Health?
Well, yes, it is. Guardant Health. Shield Guardant Health.
Oh, Shield Guardant Health. I think this is so important that you're here because I think people are so turned off by the process. I think they visualize, you know, what that process is, and they think, no, I'm not going to get it. But once you know, and number one, I've been through the process 4 times.
Right.
Once you go through it, it really isn't that bad, and the payoff is so huge.
Yes, it is. And I think what is great about this particular test, it's a blood test.
Yes.
And so it makes it much easier. So if anything is detected, you will talk to your doctor and then you'll take the next step. I mean, certainly the gold standard is doing a colonoscopy.
Yes.
But this is an easier way to get past that barrier.
It's a blood test. Okay.
Yeah, so it will detect something. And if anything comes up, then you'll go to the next step immediately. Go and get a colonoscopy. And you were shaking your head, I'm sure.
Yeah, because I just had my annual checkup yesterday, and the doctor was looking. He's like, "Okay, you had your colonoscopy," and I was like, "Should I get another one?" He's like, "You're good," and for another 10 years at my age.
Right. So, and I had, once this came up, I was like, you know, I had mine done. You know, I'm 60 years old. And we want to move it forward because men and women are getting it much earlier.
Younger.
You have to ask your family history is very important.
Yeah.
What you're eating, are you exercising? Watch your weight. There are a lot of things you can do to prevent this. And one of the best ways is to get screened early on.
Yeah.
And if they catch it early on, the survival rate, like you said, is that much greater.
Why are you so involved in this, Patrick? Because I see you do many things. I see you at Formula One. I see you at the races. I know you have a lot of interest, and you could be devoting your things to many things, but why this particular cause?
I lost my mother to ovarian cancer. She had over 12 reoccurrences, and she inspired
12?
Yes, which was very difficult.
Yes,
as you know, if anybody's been impacted, you know how hard this is.
Yes.
Especially for the caregivers, the impact on the family. A lot of money is given to research, but a lot of money and time is not given to helping the families or supportive care. And if you're going through treatment, there are a lot of side effects. So what we do is we don't treat the disease, we treat the person holistically.
Who's the we when you say the we?
It's the Dempsey Center.
Yes,
so
yes.
The staff, the board, the community, and all of our services are at no cost. So we do acupuncture. We do Reiki. We've had great luck and really good feedback with the acupuncture with people getting treatments and the side effects from the chemo. Nutrition, very, very important. Exercise, hugely important as well. And then the support groups for young children. We have the Healing Tree, which is a great place for children to talk about either their mother, their sibling, or their grandparents that have been impacted. And then other people that are survivors and going through that. So we work on prevention through survivorship, and anybody who's been impacted, we take care of them in any way possible to give them the agency to be treated the way they want, to give them the dignity and understanding. Because after the treatment is over, they may be cured, but they're not healed. They still need that support.
It is such a process. I mean, I think it's so important that you're spreading the message because many people don't realize how prevalent it is.
Yes.
And how, certainly in black men, it's even really off the charts. With,
I would recommend younger black men getting it tested earlier.
Yes.
Because what we're seeing statistically is frightening. And it's getting into your doctor. And this is, by the way, this blood test is covered by insurance.
Okay.
So that makes a big difference. But you have to start thinking about your health.
Okay, I know you're not here to talk about Memory of a Killer, but can I just say you were awesome in that series.
Thank you very much.
I watched the first, and then I got so hooked, I watched all the episodes. Highly, highly, highly recommend. It's like nothing you've ever seen on television.
And Patrick, we want to show our condolences for Eric Dane's loss. You, of course, were friends. He acted with you on Grey's Anatomy. Tell us about your friendship.
Well, Eric was really brave in the last few days of being out there and, you know, talking about the disease and wanting to bring attention to it. And I think the beautiful thing about Grey's Anatomy is so many people come up to me that are now in the medical profession because of people like Eric and who he was as a person. He was very articulate about that and had a very strong point of view and is very emotional. And we're talking about all of these things. You know, our life is so brief that we need to take care of it, which means we need to be really smart about how we take care of ourselves, and he was bringing attention to that.
And we only get one life, too.
We only get one
Newsflash.
life. But I also, before we wrap, you're amazing in everything, but I'm a Gen Xer, and I can't, when you became McDreamy, I was like, Loverboy? Can't Buy Me Love? I mean, your film from the 1980s were everything to me, man. You were like, I'm sure there's tons of fans out there who already knew how amazing you were before you started starring in Grey's Anatomy. Mobsters, you're great in Mobsters. Do you think back to those old 80s films, and do you ever catch them if they're up playing on TV?
Every now and then I watch them, but I think to get back to the point, I think the great thing about Grey's Anatomy is it gave me the platform to be able to do something positive, and it helped me start the Dempsey Center. So if people need help...
And the Dempsey Center is located where?
In the town of Grove. It's in Maine.
There you go.
So go to the dempseycenter.org if you need any help. We're servicing... I think 34 states right now. So a lot of stuff virtually. If we can't help you in your particular state, we will help guide you into getting supportive care if you're impacted by cancer.
That screening
more importantly,
early.
Go get your test, please.
45 is what they're saying. 45,
yes.
That's right, yeah. All right, Patrick Dempsey, thank you very much. Good to have you.